Stifler, ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Starting with you, go ahead.
I'm a 10.
Okay.
5.
10.
Hold on one second.
Chris donated $200.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, ladies. Keep fighting Andrew. I wouldn't be able to keep my stable of side chicks if it wasn't women like you co-signing the BS that I tell them. Pump and dump feminists on birth control for life.
Jesus.
Who? Show of hands, who's on birth control? I've got the IUD. Just kidding. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, so here, I'll just, since we got semi kind of cut off there. Stifler, ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
5.
10.
9.
2.
6.
6.
6.
Okay, so we got 2 10s and the 9. Okay. Want to give your scores? Oh yeah. I give myself a 5. Andrew.
I would say I'm a 4.
Okay. Question for the 10 and the 9. Do you think you'll be better looking in 10 years as compared to now? Okay, so you're 25.
Yeah.
So you'll be better looking at 35 as compared to now at 25?
For sure. Yes.
And you're 22, right? So better looking at 32 than now at 22. Let's double it. 20 years better looking at 45 as compared to now at 25.
No, I think like late 30s are the real prime.
Late 30s are the prime of women.
If you take
okay.
care of yourself.
Okay.
Someone in their mid-30s.
Still beautiful, but not more beautiful.
Okay.
So that's what's gonna.
Into the mic. Into the mic.
I think if I take care of myself and my skin and my health, yes.
Okay, so the thing is, you got to look at this from a view of all else being equal. So assuming you could do all those things right now, and you had all those things right now, you had the good skin, the good health, etc.
Right.
Would you be better looking now at 22 as compared to 42?
You're saying would I look better now than compared to 42?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Better now or?
Yeah, better now.
Okay. All right. So wait, better at 45, you said? Brooklyn?
I'm sorry, what happened?
You said better at 45?
No, I said...
Or was it you?
No, we both said better at 35
Better
than
at
not
35.
45.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have you guys heard of a thing called aging?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm 35 right now, and I do not look better than I did at 25.
And I'm 36, and I don't look better than I did at 26.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't drink alcohol, and I take care of myself, so I have high hopes. Good genes.
Are you on the old soy diet?
I don't eat soy at all.
She's vegan.
I don't eat soy at all.
She's got that vegan diet.
No soy?
No.
That's
Why
very
is
rare for
is soy
vegans to
supposed
not encounter soy in at least some of their diet.
I used to eat soy. I don't eat soy anymore.
I have a question. Have you guys ever had any cosmetic procedures?
No.
You've never had lip filler?
No.
Brooklyn?
I swear. I just...
Brooklyn, don't lie to me.
I swear.
You had a little lip filler.
I didn't.
Back in
I
the
would.
day.
Didn't. No.
You had a little lip filler, Brooklyn.
I would tell
Brooklyn,
you if I did.
Come on, be honest. Be honest. It's girls here. It's the ladies.
put it on.
It's the ladies.
I overline my lips.
No lip filler?
None.
I'm gonna have to investigate your Instagram again. Okay.
You can. I just learned how
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I ever wanted, like before, I used to want a BBL, and I wanted. I don't want it
Don't get that
anymore.
shit.
I'm not. But this is when I was like 18. I wanted a BBL and I wanted veneers, but I don't want either of those anymore.
You wanted...
And I'm honestly, like, I think everyone should do what they want to do, but at the end of the day, I'm anti-surgery and I'm anti-filler.
Anti-surgery, anti-filler.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a little lip filler, or I don't know, it looks a little... You know what I mean?
The bottom one.
No, the top.
Oh, no, I think the bottom looks
Really?
kind of, yeah.
I don't know, Brooklyn, we're doing a... Oh, okay, all right, I don't need to see that. No lip filler, never.
I know.
Okay.
You can wear makeup.
Wait, question. When it comes to makeup, are you a 10 without makeup?
I say I'm always a 10.
Always a 10. Makeup, no
your
makeup.
Your confidence has to be there. You're a 10
Okay.
if you believe you're, like, it's not necessarily, oh my God, I'm the best looking woman in the world. It's just, I'm going to walk around and I'm going to be confident always, because why not?
But isn't that what a 10 you're saying you are? You're the most attractive woman to walk this earth amongst the other 10s?
No, I just said if you give me a scale 1 through 10, I'm going to rate myself a 10. Why would I lowball myself?
Not be
Just
lowballing
like
yourself,
truth.
you're just like
Honesty.
looking at, I mean, that's what we do as women. We can gauge and we look and we see, and you can say, yeah, that woman's prettier than me. But
Oh,
if you're
yes,
saying,
of
like,
course there's women
yeah, so
more
then-
beautiful than me,
well, then how would you be a 10 if someone's more beautiful?
because there could be other
be multiple
10s.
Yeah, they could be multiple.
That's what I just said. So she's on par with all the rest of the 10s, so all the most beautiful women in the world.
I think it mixes with personality too.
That's not what
It's
the
just
question
looks,
was.
though. We're talking about looks.
Yeah, I think there's multiple 10s. I think.
Yeah.
Well, there can be
I'm not
Beauty is
saying
in
there's-
the eye of the beholder.
There can be
So-
more than one 10, but
Exactly.
you can't be like more attractive. If you're a 10, you are the most attractive.
I feel like I'm God's creation. He did his thing. What can I say?
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm, by your standard, God's creation too, and I'm not as pretty as you. That's just
That's subjective.
But that's how you feel about yourself.
no. That's I think how if I were to ask all these men in this room who's prettier, you'd be prettier.
But that would just be them, like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But maybe someone would think you're more attractive than me.
Well, I would question their.
Super big.
I wouldn't question it, girl. I would just take the compliment and run with it.
I would
That's-
run.
I mean,
I
she is
mean-
kind of not. I mean, you're certainly self-aware, Liz. I do think it would be the case if we lined up 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000 men, and we gave them a binary choice between. And Liz, love you to death. Between Liz and like, sure, you. I think a lot of them. No offense to Liz
No.
here. Just looking at things objectively, I would say, vast majority of the men would pick you.
Of course, and I am still a confident person, and I'm not saying I'm not pretty, and neither is Brian, but I'm not as pretty as you. The two things can exist at the same time.
Well, yeah, I'm just not going to change my. I just
Is
don't
Lizzo
think
a
I.
10?
But you
Yeah.
rated
No,
yourself a 10 and you rated
I
yourself
think
a
it's
2.
fair.
So
I think
that
it's
was
fair
already,
for her to
like,
call herself a
decided
10, right?
when
It's fair.
that happened.
You can call yourself that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would like to just kind of quickly follow up with a quick question that I'm wondering. Do you believe that narcissism is a real thing?
Yes, and I think I have some of that in me, for real.
Yeah, so I was just going to ask you just a very quick follow-up. Are you the prettiest woman on planet Earth, do you think?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay. Have you ever seen a woman prettier than you who's
Absolutely.
famous?
Absolutely. I see beautiful
Okay.
women all the
And you
time.
name one of these pretty girls who is famous
Famous?
that is prettier than you.
Well, I like Ruby Rose.
Okay, is she prettier than you?
Yeah.
Okay. What are the features that make her prettier than you?
I just think she has a very unique look, and as far as I know, or like, I think she's natural, so I give it up to her.
Okay.
Natural
So
teeth,
if
natural
she's
face,
a
natural
10,
body.
if she's a 10, being the highest standard of beauty you can possibly think of, then where do you place yourself?
Okay, so you guys want me to give myself a 9?
I think you're a 10. I think you're
No,
a 10.
no, well, I'm
I
just,
think
I'm
it's
just, I'm
based
just
on
asking
features.
you.
It's based
Yeah,
on
I know what you
features.
think. Yeah, she's
No,
a
I
10, but
understand what
I
you're
just want to finish
saying.
real quick.
I
and
I don't
then
think
we
all the
move
women
right
in this
back
room
over
are
to
10s
you.
at all. But
I-
I think she, based on features, is a
Okay, great.
10.
Yeah, great. I just want to know though, if this chick Ruby
Okay.
is a 10, she's the highest standard of beauty you can think of, then where would you put yourself?
I understand what you're saying, because you're saying if she's better than you, how are you guys both 10s? I understand
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense, right?
Yeah, okay, so, but I just am not going to go back on my answer of, regardless, I understand you guys are saying, oh, it's looks, it's not personality, but if someone tells me to rate myself out of 10, why am I going to give myself a lower number?
No, I totally understand
that's
what
my
you're saying.
standpoint. So-
yeah, I get what you're saying. You're saying like from the perspective of confidence building, right?
Yeah.
It would be unrealistic for you as a confident woman to rate yourself as less than how you feel like you are, which is a 10, which is everything. It's beauty and personality and everything together, right? But we're just purely looking at an objective standard, which you clearly must have because you think that this other girl's prettier than you. So if she's
And there's a
objectively,
million other girls more beautiful.
So if she's objectively a 10, where would that put you?
I guess that would put me as a 9, but I'm going to still sit here, like, if we had to do that, I'm like, okay, fine. But if someone's going to ask me a 1 through 10, I'm going to give myself a 10.
No matter what.
No matter what, just because even if I didn't look the way I did and I looked another way, even like all of you guys, like it makes me. I mean, I know
They're
you
all
guys,
10s?
Yes, I would. I would hope that you guys would all feel like you're a 10.
Is there any girl in that room who's prettier than you?
I think we're all beautiful.
Is there any girl in that room who's prettier than you?
I'm gonna get it up to my sister, but
Wait, Andrew.
Okay, hang on.
I'll get
So
to
if
my
your
sister.
so then if your sister's a 10, what does that make you?
So fine, I guess we're all 9s, but I just like I'm saying.
Wait, you can't all be 9s. If you're the prettiest girl in the room and you rate yourself a 9, then you'd have to rate at least other girls an 8, right?
I didn't ever say I was the prettiest girl in the room. But
Okay, are you the prettiest girl in the room?
I didn't. No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I know, but are you?
No,
Okay, who is?
I think my sister is beautiful.
Okay, so she's the prettiest girl in the room.
But
So
you
that
have to
would mean
remember,
that you're
I'm
less
looking
pretty.
at my.
Hang on. So that would mean you're less pretty than her. So if she's a 10, then that would make you a what?
She could be a 10 too.
But we could both be 10s, but it's just like I think my sister's the most beautiful just off the fact that she's my sister and I know her and I'm in her face every day and also gonna give it up to her for being a natural woman. I just look at her with so much love that I like if I'm looking around and I see beauty, she's the first person I look at. But that's just
Okay.
because beauty's in
Then
the
if your sister is a 10, if your sister is a 10 in comparison to all the other girls in the room, where would that put them?
Okay, just so like we don't have to go on with this conversation because I feel like I've already said my standpoint.
Because you
If she's-
absolutely loathe answering questions in an honest way.
No. I'm just. It's like you're not gonna let it go. So if I say my sister's the prettiest in the room, she's a 10, and then fine, then the rest of us can be 9s. Does that work?
Well, that still wouldn't work because then who would the second prettiest girl in the room be? You?
Then everyone would have to go down one number, correct?
Well, no. So here's how it would work then. I'll explain. If she's a 10, and I would just ask you, are you the second prettiest girl in the room?
No.
Then who is?
I don't.
Here, I do need to start moving things along
Yeah,
a little bit here,
wasn't-
but I got a little bit on this. So you said that all women are 10s or should be 10s.
I would hope that all women, when they get asked a question like that, I hope that they could feel about. I wish they could feel like a 10.
You think it should be the same for men too? Are all men 10s?
I think when men feel and act as their 10s, they're more pleasant to be around than just being like,
true.
Really?
yeah, just because it's just how you carry yourself at the end of the day. A confident man is, I would take a confident man that's not as good looking as a super good.
What if he's not confident and
that's
he's
so
just
true.
delusional? You don't know any guys who think they're hot shit, but they're not.
Oh, of course.
Definitely.
But isn't
But
that
good
being
for them.
confident?
But good for them. I feel like good
You don't
for
clown dudes like that.
I don't sit up in their faces and I don't entertain them, but good for them. If you feel good about yourself, this is your
But
life.
they're a 10.
I mean, I
You
feel,
can't be for everybody. That's a 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
so but are all men 10s?
if they feel like that. I can't tell someone what they are.
Okay.
That's why I
So-
can't sit up in here and say, "Oh, you're this, you're that, you're that." I'm not.
Well, it's
like-
interesting because you said that all women should view themselves as
I would
10s.
hope
think
they
all
would.
Did you say that you think all the women here are 10s?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is something that's interesting to me. So I think it's the case that more women than men will reject hierarchies. So basically, like if we're looking at capitalism, for example. So this is what gets you every girl is a 10. And participation trophies. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's special. This is what gets you communism. This is how communism actually started. This is how communism started is women were like, we're all fucking hotties, we're all bad bitches, we're all 10s. Everyone gets a trophy. And then, women they're overwhelmingly vote for leftist politicians and policies. I think that's the origination of communism, really, because you reject hierarchies.
I just think if I were to sit here and say, "Oh,
Y'all
you're,"
reject hierarchies.
I just think if I were to sit here and say, "You're a 4, you're a 2," I think that would drop me from a 10 to a piece of shit.
Well,
honestly.
okay. I got to throw
'Cause I
this
just
out
Yeah,
not
but
there.
I
gonna do
mean,
that.
we're
I'm
not
not
really
gonna do
looking for.
But
and I
you just
understand
asked
that women
me,
can make the
rate
conflation
who's
a
the
lot.
best looking. I'm not gonna do that. Like,
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying I think that women will often do this a lot too. where when you're asking the question, you're just basing it on physical beauty, right? You're not basing it on anything except the physical. And I think that often women will say, well, wait, there's a package that comes with this. What about the personality? What about the other external traits? This type of thing. But that's really not what the question's alluding to, is what's on the inside. Just it's purely the perspective of what's on the outside. That's what the question is alluding to. And that's
Okay.
why you can say that there's other
And-
people who you've seen objectively who you think are prettier than you. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, and I'm just like, my stance is I would not sit here and tell a girl she's a 4. I just wouldn't.
But can you admit that there could be women in the room who you do think are a 4? That you just wouldn't say it, but you do think it.
No.
I'll just say this. Fuck it. I'm just throwing it out there. There's no 10s and 9s in the room tonight. That's it.
For you.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. You want to squabble over this? Not a 9, not a 10, not a 10.
No, I'm saying,
sorry.
like,
Y'all are lovely.
that's
I love you guys. Great personalities. No. Sorry. Not a 9, not a 10, not a 10. Sorry. Just throwing it out there.
Your perception isn't reality, though.
Well,
And
Well, I
it could
could
be
just
vice
turn
versa.
that back on you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
it's okay. I'm just
mean-
like, I'm a mid.
But
I'm
then
super mid.
but you have to know
It's
too,
okay.
every person would
Don't feel
give
bad.
someone, if we lined up 100 women and they all rated you, you wouldn't have the same number across the board.